G'day you good motherfuckers, the Buttsman here, and I gotta start this video by asking a favour. Two favours actually. Don't eat while you're watching this video, you may spew. And the second favour is come and see me live. My final shows of 2022 are coming around. I'm heading to New Zealand on these 3 dates in these beautiful parts of the world. Then I'm heading to Sydney, the Factory Theatre, because I've already played Sydney in Western Sydney. I thought I'd better go to the city as well. I'm also going to Wollongong on that date, Perth on these 2 dates. Don't forget to go to fucking Perth, Butterfield. You gotta go to Perth and see the good people who are living back in time in Australia. I love it. And the Sunshine Coast and Toowoomba. I love yous. I can't wait to see yous. You will not see me touring for another 2 years because there's things happening in my life. But I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see you soon. Oh, the ticket link's at butterfield.com. Go and get them. Bye. I understand, ladies and gentlemen, that in our new woke world where we have to be polite to absolutely everyone and not harm anyone's delicate sensibilities, that some things will change. But also, as a brave man, I must draw a line in the sand and say, enough! I will not yield at this position. All right, you've gone too far. The Times in the UK report that doctors set out medical guidelines for trans men giving birth, which is not a problem because some trans men, they live their lives as men, but they still have vaginas and all the bits and bobs, give birth. That's fine. And as I say, in a polite society, we need to do our best to make people feel welcome. And I'm all about that. I will say though, I still will not say that men can give birth. I'll say that trans men can give birth, but men can't have babies. Remember that got me banned from TikTok permanently and I had to fucking go through the back channels to get my TikTok account back? Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous, but men still can't have babies. Get over it. I know some trans fucking activists get angry at me for saying that and say that I hate them and I'm hurting people by saying it. Don't give a shit. You're wrong. I believe transgender men can have babies, but not natural born biological men. Why? Because men don't have wombs. There we go. And I also believe that trans people should be loved and valued, okay? I'm just laying that all out there so you can't get mad. But one of the things we have been seeing a lot of that has changed is words that we use. Words that we use apparently are so important because words are violence, okay? We've heard that before. We need to change words to make people feel more welcome. And I'm not necessarily against that, but there's just some words that when they change them to other words and then everyone's got to fucking use it or they're a bigot, I get the shits. And in this case, I'm fucking grossed out. Now, it's not just trans activists that want this to happen or have made this happen. It's places like PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Cows or whatever they fucking get up to. They wanted this changed when people were referring to animals. You can't call someone a chicken. No, that's offensive to chickens. You got to call them a coward. If someone's being a snake, you don't say that. They're being a jerk. If they're being a pig, better not call them a pig because those oinkers will be upset. They have to be called repulsive. So it's not just people saying that men can have babies, it's saying that chickens shouldn't be called chickens. Now these words, these changes, these introductions of nuanced ways of thinking to dialect, what a great sentence, Isaac. Good grief. Have been coming in for the last 20 years or so. Slight changes. Now, obviously, the PETA one's never going to happen because no one takes them seriously. But in the real world, people like trans activists have brought in these new ideas about words, like the whole they-them situation. And as much as that annoys me, I'm not going to call someone a they-them, it is brought into the lexicon and people use that. It has been around for a long time, though, the last couple of decades, let's say. Actor. Men used to be actors and women used to be actresses. Now, everyone's just an actor. Female scientist, male scientist, just scientist. And I think that these are great. These are necessary. These are just parts of us growing as a society. But then you got people pushing a little bit too hard. You can't apparently blacklist someone because that's racist. Someone's not a guru anymore. That's culturally insensitive. And this one's real as well. You can't walk someone through something because some people can't walk. Do you see what's happening here? Slowly over time, regular normal language is being eroded and replaced with things that no one would ever actually use. If you don't play by the rules, you can be cancelled. I can't be cancelled. So I don't have to play by the rules, and I can call it out for the bullshit that it is. And yes, I think you should do your best to be kind, but here, right here is where I draw the line. Are you ready? I draw the line at this. The Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine, Position Statement and Guidelines, Infant Feeding and Lactation-Related Language and Gender, and the position. All right? And I'm not even talking about what you think I'm going to talk about, chest feeding. No, that's been around for thousands of years. I'm sure of it, right? I'm talking about how far they go into that concept, okay? For example, in an attempt, this is an excerpt, for an attempt to be more gender inclusive, the word parent is often substituted for mother. But in many languages, parent is the masculine noun that could mean father. Oh my God. Many languages have no gender-neutral equivalent for relevant words. For example, in many languages, here it comes, the term breast milk / human milk is mother's milk. Other terms could be used as well, such as expressed milk. This is a real, paper that they did. Are you ready for the other term that you could use to be more gender inclusive to breastfeeding mothers and fathers and gender neutrals? Father's milk. Fucking father's milk. No, Dad, get your fucking milk away from me, you freak. I am not sucking on anything that will disperse father's milk into my mouth. Do these people even know what father's milk means? Who? Urban Dictionary does. Mark, how did you get on last night with that new lass of yours? Martin. Well, she had a mouthful of father's milk, meaning semen, jizz, sperm, cum. Father's milk is jizz. We cannot have a new generation of gender-inclusive language where we tell people that my baby is ingesting father's milk. No! There's even a category on Pornhub called father's milk. I hate to be the person to say this, but woke people have gone too far. This whole thing is too far, suggesting that men can give birth through their penises and without fucking wombs and then chest feed their father's milk. That is not a good way to raise a child. That's a good way to give them a crippling mental illness. Cancel me. I don't care. Cancel me. Fucking do it. Fuck you. Fuck you to the moon. No children in the world are ingesting father's milk. And if they are, the dad should be arrested. And I bet you any money in the world, right, that there are no trans people who are pushing for this. No logical trans person wants to tell their baby to enjoy daddy's milk. No one. This whole thing stinks of politicians and bureaucrats trying to fucking show how fucking good they are and virtue signal how fucking amazing they are. It is bullshit. No one wants fucking father's milk, all right? And if you do, get out. Get out of this fucking video, you big creep. And also in saying that, I don't think father's milk will catch on. So what I've done, because I'm an intellectual, I've come up with many other names that they could use that is gender inclusive, but not as gross as father's milk. Not as gross. Daddy's white stuff. Still gross, but not as bad. Creamy peck sauce. Father, please spill some of your creamy peck sauce down your hairy chest. Gross. Manly mayonnaise. That's another classic. I enjoy that. Claire, actually, my wife came up with that one. Well done. Ricky Martin's titty giblets. Remember we got accused of fucking incest? Hilarious. Big Daddy's tit milk would even be better. All of those are gross, but not as gross as father's milk. I'm all for inclusive language and making everyone feel nice and welcome and live your best fucking life and all that higgledy-piggledy shit. But when it comes to father's milk, I will not yield. It comes down to this, okay? If you are such a minority that you demand that father's milk is a thing, maybe your opinion doesn't matter. And maybe you should just get on with your life and leave everybody else alone, you fucking psycho. I'm sorry, but 1 or 2 people out of the thousands of people that exist in the world that happen to be transgender men who are having babies. If there are one or two of you that want to use the word father's milk, fine, but don't put it in a study, don't put it in the newspaper, and do not declare that people need to use it. All right? You fucks. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East, be dick stinks. Come and see me live. I'm all over well, not all over. I've been to a lot of places already. But this is the tail end, the best part. This is, you know what I'm talking about, IsaacButterfield.com. Come and see me. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East, be dick stinks. Toodaloo wah wah. Bye-bye.
Now do what you do.